Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube, whenever you're watching this video. As you come in, please like the video for me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to me. To my subscribers, I thank you for your support. Thank you for the prayers for my father. Everything is working out beautifully with him. All the help that I've been waiting for over 3 years is now here. Excuse me, my allergies and sinuses. It's 124 here in Mississippi, and my allergies and sinuses have really gotten the best of me. I don't have the strength to get out of bed now, so thank God that I got help from the different agencies to help me with my dad. I'm not going to be here very long. Again, like I said, please like, share, and subscribe if you have not subscribed. And again, my loyal subscribers, supporters, prayer warriors, everybody that's in this fight with me and my father, thank you. Um, I titled this um, video, and my spirit is just I'm not angry, but I'm hurt. Um, I titled this "No Fye Babe." Um, and let me start out with this. It doesn't matter what the intentions of anybody here on YouTube is. It means I need to check Facebook. I'm thinking Facebook. Um, whether it's, I know we're trying to get out the name of beef sector, whether it's beef sector, cooking sector, whatever sector. Nothing is important, or nothing is that big of a blessing for you to put your child on social media twerking and then asking for super chats, $2.99 to watch your child twerk. And this has nothing to do with Tracy, Lovely Love, Lady Nika, nobody. It has nothing to do with anybody at this moment, because the first thing many of you will say, I'm a hypocrite, which I'm not sure how, because I'll stand on what I believe until I die. That I can assure you. I'll stand on what I believe. I'll do the best I can to walk in what I believe. And I'm not here to bash. I'm not calling her a B, hoe, or MF, stanky this. This is, I'm coming to her as someone who's concerned for her, being a mother to her child. The world in which we live in, people, there are true pedophiles in this world. And I'm not going to get into the doxing and all that, but people know mostly everybody lives on YouTube, especially in this particular sector, because addresses have been posted, things have been placed out there, pictures of the houses and the apartments and all of this. All that information is out there. And then this woman comes on with a 2-year-old daughter, and her not 2-year-old daughter, I'm tired, y'all, 8 or 9-year-old daughter, getting her to twerk. And under the bottom of it, super chat, please super chat for $2.99. And the thing that bothers me, and you all can come at me and attack me, it doesn't faze me, is that people within Babe Nation or in other sectors or in other sessions of YouTube condone and applaud it, because you super chatting this 8 or 9-year-old girl twerking for money because her mother wants her to. And none of you see anything wrong with that. It doesn't matter who she's beefing with, who she doesn't like. It doesn't matter who you're beefing with, who you don't like. It has nothing to do with that. I told you guys it's going to get worse. And at this point, boundaries have already been crossed, but you've really gone above and beyond. Even boundaries being crossed by having your daughter on social media twerking at 8 years old or 9 years old and putting under their please super chat $2.99. And for anybody, any rational, sane, morally aware human, period, if you don't see something wrong with that, then something's wrong with you. If you're a parent, mother or father, and you don't see something wrong, you don't see anything wrong with that, something's wrong with you. Because y'all keep talking about this, I don't know, this girl, just Trish, and this thing against children. You know what? All of it now has become one big joke at a child's expense, because y'all don't really care about any kids. You can't care about any children. It's okay as long as, if I hate, I'm just gonna use the name Frank over there, and I got a picture of his son naked, and I'm gonna post it. Y'all good with that, even though Frank's son may be 8 years old. It's good because I don't like Frank. People, y'all better get out your feelings, what you like, What you don't like, truth is truth. And I guarantee you, I'm not judging you. I'm not placing you under no particular counsel. I'm not saying I know anything more than you or I'm better than you. But I do know this: God does not like ugly. That girl should not have her child twerking anywhere in public or on a social, and let alone social media, and you guys should not be applauding it, but should be appalled by it. How would it be if it was your child? My mother used to tell us a long time ago. Um, I think we had somebody who passed away in our family. Then we had somebody, one of my cousins got burned really bad. She survived, but she was burned like over 90% of her body. You can't tell now because that's been some years back. But she said number one, she never thought that, she always thought that a parent should not outlive her child. This is when my cousins passed away. And then when my other cousin got burned real bad, she was standing over a heater in a robe. And the robe caught on fire. She couldn't get the robe off, and because of the material that the robe was made in, it attached to her skin and burned her. Um, my mother was a nurse, and my mother was the one who actually took care of her. And she said it would just kill her to see one of us, her children, have to go through that. Where is that concern and that love and that compassion and that protective guard around your child when your child is nothing more to you than a dollar or a dime or a nickel? What does this say about you? Excuse me, my sinuses. And again, I'm not judging, but some things got to just come to an end because it's ridiculous. Uh, you're throwing children in there. You got people's dead mamas and all. Some things have just got to come to an end. I've even noticed some people, and I know Lady Anika said don't call it the beef sector, but some people are drifting, coming out of that to other things, other content, other subjects that will branch them out further than just the few within this particular area. And they're starting to do that because I'm going to be honest with you. I hadn't seen one content creator for a while, and I thought, I hope they're okay. Not that I follow them, but I thought, I hadn't got any little notifications things that tells you that they did a video or they're live or whatever. I said I hadn't seen them in a while, so I went to their page, and even this person is, even though they're probably going to do back to their normally regular stuff to a point, because based on what they did prior to that, they're easing their way, inching their way out of the mess, because it has become exhausting. It's become toxic. It's become poison. My throat just like, Lord, I'd be so glad when summer gets over. It's become to the point where you want to put your child on display for money. But then you've got people with these petitions, abuse of a child, neglect of a child. But it's okay for this 8-year-old or 9-year-old to be twerking on social media. I'm shaking because I'm upset. My softest spot is for kids because, like I told you guys, let me focus this thing. I used to work for the Department of Corrections years ago, and I also work with the juvenile department, because I help them, not place children, but evaluate kids and all of that. And the things that I saw then, I was shocked at first, but as time goes by, I didn't get shocked. But thank God we had people in place at that time whose concern was for the child, who really did help the child, whose best interest was for the child. Um, I just can't see where it's, and you people are applauding it and thinking it's wonderful. And some of people was on the thing was the little remarks was shake it or twerk it or work it or whatever. You're telling an 8 or 9-year-old child to shake her rump, her behind, backwards and toot it like she's having sex on social media when it's full of pedophiles, perverts, and people who are deranged, delusional, and crazy. And you're saying because you're applauding that or paying for that, that it's okay. You set your mark of approval on that, and I want to know why. What's cute about that? What's morally right about that? You've got people on here getting high in front of their kids, leaving their kids places while they go get high or buy drugs, and y'all think it's okay, and y'all think it's wonderful. And then if something happens to the child, what'll happen? Will it be okay then? Will y'all still be rooting and applauding them to do this, do this, do this? You all have gotten reality and YouTube to a point really confused and really mixed up. And things have crossed lines now where I don't think they could ever be uncrossed. But for anybody to sit here and applaud and approve of an 8 or 9 year old little girl, twerking, and her mom having her do the twerk, and then saying, please super chat $2.99 for that, and you think it's okay, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. And I will question, what are your kids doing? How are your kids? How do you treat your kids? What are you doing to upbring yours if you have any? Because that is sick. That is sick. That is depraved. That's deranged. That's that. And you all wonder why kids nowadays are growing up as smart, as fast as they are. You have kids now who 10-year-old shooting people, shooting other people. You've got 10 and 12-year-old people, girls having babies, and the mamas had them when they were 15. So they're being raised as sisters and not daughter, mother, son, father, whatever, whatever. The guidelines have just gone away. The morality of children, of raising kids, has gone away. All children now are food stamps, uh, welfare check, whatever, whatever, whatever. That's all they are to you. They, they have no place within you to where you connect spiritually and physically with that individual, with that human being that you brought into this world. There's no connection there except you see a dollar sign. What does this say about you? And again, I'm not calling her names. I'm not judging her. I'm not bashing her. I'm going by what I actually saw on a video and basing my opinion on my perception of how that looks. For a mother to have her child on a social media platform twerking with the headline or the underlying reading, please super chat for $2.99. And then for those people who are mothers, who are ladies, even fathers, I'm gonna tell you something. My brother, when my niece was born, uh, he wouldn't let nobody hold her. He wouldn't let her, especially as she got older. You know, when you get to a certain age, you know how they want to sit in laps, sit in your uncle's laps. He wouldn't, well, not with me, because I wasn't no pedophile or whatever, so it was okay. I was a safe person, and my brothers were too, and my sisters. But anybody who didn't know him or he didn't know them or whatever, she didn't sit in their laps. She didn't go nowhere near them. He protected her with everything he had in him. I mean, I thought, you got to let her loose some. Not loose, but you got to let her live a little bit. He said, I'm not taking no chances with my daughter. And now that I look back on it, I don't blame him. I do not blame him. He said, I go to hell but to protecting my daughter. And to me, not because he's my brother, but that was true love. My mother, my aunts, people that I know, that I've seen raise their kids or raise their children, will not subject their child to that. And for $2.99, Lord, my sinuses got my throat scratching. Y'all make that make sense to me. And this is, like, again, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody beefing on YouTube. This is about you exploiting a child for the purpose of money in the face of, I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of people who you don't know when there's a pedophile, a rapist, a murderer, you don't know. Why would you do that? Why would you first endanger yourself? Because if anything, if they really wanted you, they're coming for you to get to her. Y'all don't make common sense. You're so busy hating people, wanting to hate people, disliking people, angry at people, mad at people, jealous of people, envy of people, that you don't give a damn who you hurt or who heart you step on to get to where you need to get. And again, it's YouTube. Y'all make that make sense to me. It's YouTube. It's not the presidency of the United States. It's not the first lady of the United States. It's not the czar of Russia. It's not the king and queen of England. It's YouTube. And you would sacrifice your child for YouTube. And then you all will come at me because I'm saying something about it that it being wrong. I'm wrong for even speaking on it. But that's the difference. I have morals. That's my parents, mother and father. They raised us with morals, period. And some of the morals and the things that they taught us back then are still in us today. That's why we are like we are today, morally awakened to mess. Fye baby, get. It's already out there, but please, I beg you, don't put your child back on there. Not twerking. I mean, the pictures you've already posted pictures of and all this kind of stuff, so that's a given, that's done. But please, don't put her back on there twerking for money. Don't do her like that. Don't explore her like that. Don't ruin her life before before it ever begins. Don't do that. YouTube ain't worth it, baby. It's not worth it because you're not really getting anything great out of it. Especially on YouTube, I told you guys there are people with cooking channels that got 1 million viewers, 500 some thousand subscribers. Now they just go in there and cook for 15, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. All they do is cook, and they got their many viewers. They ain't cussing nobody out. They ain't posting pictures of nobody's child twerking or the child twerking. They ain't posting nobody with the mama twerking, boobs hanging out, sweating, snorting drugs. They ain't got nobody screaming to the top of their lungs all up and down the highway on the sidewalk, screaming, pulling out props, cursing, and snorting and smoking joint and rolling joint. What a what has this world come to when it comes to mothers and their children? Because it's a sad situation. And there are people who out there who want children to love them and to take care of them, to nurture them and nourish them. And you got these people could care less. It's sad, but Fye baby, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Babe Nation, don't applaud that. Support her, love her, back her up, whatever. But don't support her putting her child out there twerking. And then putting up under there for $2.99. Please pay me to twerk. Remember, I love you, but God loves you so much more. You be blessed.